Yep, we're recording. Okay. Hey, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? And, you know, we have to balance out, the different spectrums of how we absorb things. At least I do, right? I love to laugh. I'm one of those people who will fall asleep listening to some type of comedy, right? If I could find a goofy movie to kind of cut the tension of the day or whatever, that's what my go-to is. I love comedy. And so sometimes comedy shows up in places that it shouldn't or that you would least expect it. And this evening, while I was just kind of doing my wrap up and winding down my day and just trying to see what type of articles are out there that I wanted to kind of catch up on, and then find myself seeing if there was anything I wanted to share over on the platform. And I came across a video that when I read the headline, I was like, this got to be a joke. But when I went and read the article, they made a point to mention that this was serious, that this was not some joke, that it was very real. And I'm very grateful for the men and women news anchors that go out into the streets to capture much needed stories. And I also want to give a shout out to the cameramen who accompany them to capture certain type of people, characters, situations. Like, I don't think a lot of people really understand how dangerous a news anchor job is. The ones that go out to get the story or go on the scene, those particular people, like, I just don't think that they get enough edible baskets and thank you cards and just accolades, because these are the heroes that go out into the muck, into the hoods, into the war zones, and the cameramen that go along with them to capture it. And they have to maintain a level of professionalism no matter what is going on. And this evening I came across a story that in twofold affected me. Now, many of you all may or may not know, like, I have another channel, which is basically a dormant channel at this point. And every once in a while, I just drop some stuff over there for the sake of it. But I have a whole nother website independent of YouTube. And um, we did a video and I gave my opinion about the I don't even want to call it a remake or a reboot, but this new version of the animated Good Times, right? And I talked about it. And I went in kind of hard because I really, like many other people of my of my era, I guess, it was just like, wow, they could have just created a whole nother cartoon. They didn't have to put Good Times on it and try to make it associated with that particular brand at all. But they did, and so I went in on it. But you know what? In that commentary, I also said that I understand that the reason why an animated cartoon like this can exist in 2024 is because in parts of the world, there are people who will gravitate to the content that will be in that animated form. And well, you guys, this evening, I found, I believe, such a demographic. And so I'm going to first read to you all. I'm going to first read to you all the article that I found. And to kind of, and then again, hats off to the men and women who go um, out into the field as news anchors and cameramen to capture certain characters, because had it not been for the cameraman being there and the news anchor interviewing them, we wouldn't capture some of these iconic moments. So the article is as follows. It says, An Alabama woman credits Little Kim's quiet storm matrix moves for saving her life during a shootout. Now, I didn't know that it was called the Quiet Storm. I didn't know. So now I know what that little move is that Little Kim does. It says, even in the social media era thriving in its golden age, traditional mediums like news and local television can still create viral sensations. Reporters are notorious for seeking attention grabbing stories and grabbing animated witnesses to recap what happened. Story goes on to say, according to Complex, that exact situation happened in Alabama when a woman claimed that Little Kim's quiet storm dance saved her life. On April 26th, shootout rang off at Westgate Village Apartments in Dolton resident Sierra Taylor. Taylor, fearing for her safety, did what she thought was the best and broke out Little Kim's signature quiet storm matrix like dance moves to show how she dodged bullets in real time. And yes, she was serious. And it says it's good to see that despite the danger, Miss Taylor is still in good spirits. Who knew that hitting the Little Kim could be life saving? And so now we are going to watch the video that proves that this was a real story. And I think that, again, laughter is so important for us, even in serious situations. So let's pull her up.
Does your ear constantly ring? Trouble
Give me a
sleeping due to
moment. We're gonna
tinnitus?
skip
Leading
that so
scientists
we
have
can
just
get back.
unveiled a
There we
revolution.
go. All right, you guys, here we go.
So, if you could, Miss Taylor, just talk a little bit first about what all you saw and heard last night. Just kind of take me through whenever you noticed something was going on and what you witnessed as well.
Okay, so boom. I'm outside. I was waiting on my mama, and I'm just walking, minding my business. Then somebody called me. They're like, "Hey, you see them fighting over there?" So I lean to the side. I'm leaning, trying to see, because I stay ducked off. So then I see some people throwing hands. I'm like, what's going on? But I couldn't tell who it was, so I minded my business. And that's your best bet to do in situations like this is mind your business.
Perfect. And so, obviously, ended up resulting in somebody getting shot. Did you hear the gunfire? If so, take me through that moment.
So I'm walking to the car, and I got my baby with me. We already heard a few gunshot rounds, but I ain't think nothing of it. Nobody didn't hear no screaming. So I'm getting to the car. I hear fire, 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 fire. At least by 7 rounds. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking. Doing Lil Kim. Trying to get my baby in the car. Then I throw my baby in the back seat. And we just sped off. Next thing you know, a driver was driving past. I couldn't identify the vehicle, but Lord, I hope they catch him, Lord.
Well, now knowing that somebody was shot here, and not only that, but somebody was shot here earlier in the same complex earlier this month. So 2 shootings in a month. Kind of take me through how you feel. I know you said you had your baby, so obviously you're a mother. Kind of take me through your feelings as a mother and somebody being here. And with 2 shootings in a month.
I'm a single mother, so I'm doing this by myself, and sometimes I don't feel safe. I be kind of paranoid out here sometimes. I be scared. But that's why I say you gotta mind your business and stay to yourself. Because me personally, I don't get into it with nobody. I don't do none of that because I mind my business and stay to myself. And that's my information and not my what's it called? My advice to y'all.
There you go.
Advice, stay to yourself, mind your business. If you stay in Westgate Village, stay in your house. That's all I gotta say.
And that's on period. Listen. Hold
Savannah
on.
Chrisley is doing
Give me a
everything she
moment.
can to get her parents out of prison.
How are you feeling going into this?
I just First of all, I want y'all all to know that I find affirmation and wisdom in everything. I can always find some affirmations and some wisdom and knowledge in everything. And the age old point of information in this video is nothing that is not new. It is nothing that is new at all, but it is to mind your business. Okay, just mind your business. Just mind your business and you will be fine. Stay in your house. See, I had to write it down. Stay in your house. Okay, if you live in certain places, and then refer back to number one, mind your business. Okay, now the reason why I was like, is this a joke? Anyone other than me, go back and watch the video again. I was watching it and I kept thinking of Pretty V. I was like, this is Pretty V's character in real time. For real, for real. When she leaned back and crossed her arms, I said, oh my God, that's Pretty V. That is Pretty V's little ghetto character. Hands down, you can't tell me nothing. And the anchor, I wish we could have seen his face, but I think it was best that he didn't come on camera and do a side-by-side interview with her, because you could clearly see he could barely contain his laughter. Even while he was like, yeah, so someone got shot today and then someone got shot like another time this month, and he let out a chuckle. And clearly he's not laughing because someone else got shot, but just to watch how, as they described in the article, how animated she was. It was just giving very much, this is the demographic for this cartoon, for this new Good Times. Like, she just told y'all. Matter of fact, let's go back. Let's go back to what she told y'all. Come on, y'all. We're going to go back. Because y'all playing. Y'all playing. Because she told y'all. Boom. Let's just dissect this. Let's just dissect this real quick, because it was so much information and so much like jewels in this video that I think that it's important for us to pay attention. Okay, because I know watching it the first time it was like, wait, what just happened, Danielle? I know. Hold on a second. Let's refresh it here. All right. Refresh browser. Here we go. All right. We might get a commercial. Something. What is YouTube doing? Hold on. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and skip that.
So,
let's just pay
if you could,
attention.
Miss Taylor, just talk a little bit first about, what all you saw and heard last night. Just kind of take me through.
Wait, you guys, let
whenever
me do
you
something.
Noticed something was going on and what you witnessed as well.
Okay, so boom.
Miss Taylor.
I'm outside. I was waiting on my mama, and I'm just
play.
walking, minding my business. Then somebody called me. They're like, "Hey, you see them fighting over there?" So I leaned to the side.
Wait, I'm sorry, you guys. What? Wait. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry. It's that lean for me. It's the lean for. It's so much. It's so many things for me. Hold on, Miss Taylor. Come here. I'm trying to see why it's. Oh, I think I know why. Hold on. I think I know why. All right, let's see if that stops that.
So, if you could, Miss Taylor, just talk a little bit first about, what all you saw and heard last night. Just kind of take me through whenever you noticed something was going on.
Look at her body language.
And what you witnessed as well.
Okay, so boom. I'm outside. I was waiting on my mama, and I'm just walking, minding my business. And somebody called me. They're like, "Hey, you see them fighting over there?" So I lean to the
How
side.
you lean?
I'm leaning, trying to
Yeah.
see, cause I stay ducked off. So then
She stay
I
what?
see some people throwing hands. I'm like, "What's going on?" But I couldn't tell who it was, so I minded my business. And
Mm-hmm.
that's your best bet to do in situations like
Yes.
this is mind your
Write it down, you
business.
guys.
Sure.
Mind your
And so,
business.
obviously, ended
I had to
up
put the
resulting
closed
in somebody
caption
getting
on.
shot. Did you hear the gunfire? If so, take me through
Okay.
that moment.
So I'm walking to the car, and I got my baby with me. We already heard a few gunshot rounds, but
Right.
I ain't think nothing of it. Nobody didn't hear no screaming. So
Y'all, you gotta really take in what she just said. We had already, look, I got my baby. We already heard a couple of rounds. No biggie. If we don't hear screaming, ain't nobody got shot. Ain't nobody running. No need to take cover. We just gonna keep the baby in the stroller, take the baby to the park, put the baby on the swing, and push the baby about 10 good times until we hear screaming. Because unless we hear screaming around these parts, the gunshots is just the equivalent of birds singing in the trees. Okay?
I'm getting to the car. I hear fire, 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 fire.
See, to me, when I first saw the video, I go, oh, that's the Lil Kim move they talking about. I had no idea, honey. No idea.
At least by 7 rounds. So I'm
7? 7 rounds. At least. Okay, girl. This is what she has to, this is how Lil Kim saved her life.
ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking, doing Lil Kim, trying to get my baby in the car, then I throw my baby in the back seat.
Oh, Lord, child, I just need to know how old this baby is. You see, because to me, this is an episode of the Good Times anime. I just, it's gotta be. This is why this cartoon exists, because real people are still living in a time, in a mindset where it ain't gonna be nothing for them to turn on the Good Times anime and see a dope dealing baby rolling up on a big wheel, with a gat and slinging rocks like it's nothing, cuz 7 rounds on a Sunday afternoon ain't nothing.
And we just sped off. Next thing you know, a driver was driving past. I couldn't identify the vehicle, but Lord, I hope they catch him.
Now let's peep game real quick. Please know that while she's talking to them to the news anchor and everything, and while she's letting everybody know how many gunshots she heard and so forth and so on, that she saw a car sped off. Let me tell you something about Street 101. You might have seen a car, but you ain't really seen the car. You see what I'm saying? You seen a car. It could have been any kind of car. It could have been a clown car. Nobody knows, couldn't identify it. She wanted everyone to understand. FYI, for those of y'all who watching me get my 15 minutes of hood fame, please know I ain't seen nobody. I ain't snitching. I'm just telling my little story. That's all I'm doing. I love the fact that she said, I ain't seen it. Yeah, I saw a car swerve by, but I couldn't identify the car. AKA code, police don't come knocking on my apartment door because ain't nobody home. Ain't nobody home.
Lord.
So now knowing that somebody was shot here, and not only that, but somebody was shot here
Listen.
earlier in the same complex earlier this month. So 2 shootings in a month. Kind of take me through how you feel. I know you said you had your baby, so obviously you're a
Listen
mother.
to the guy.
Kind of take me through your feelings as a mother and somebody being here. And with 2 shootings in a month.
I'm a
In a
single
month.
mother, so I'm doing
Y'all heard him chuckle, cause she's getting in all these different stances and whatnot. Now, mind you, he had to prep her before he even turned the camera on to ask her would she mind talking and telling a little bit about what happened. And he had to vet her story first to see what it is she might say before the camera turned on. And so he had already encountered who knows what. And he probably had to prep her a little bit, would you mind if I interviewed you on camera? We'll be on live television. You can't use any profanity or anything like that. And she was like, okay. So this is how we get what we're getting now. So he's already withholding laughter, I'm sure.
doing this by myself, and sometimes I don't feel safe. I be kind of paranoid out here sometimes. I be scared. But that's why I say you gotta mind your
Mind your
business and
business
stay to
and
yourself.
stay to yourself. That's the other
Because
thing.
me personally, I don't get into it with nobody. I don't do none of that because I
Yeah.
mind my business and stay to myself.
Mind my
And that's my
business.
information and not my what's
Uh,
it called?
Crickets.
My advice to y'all.
There you go. There you go.
Advice: stay to yourself, mind your business. If you stay in Westgate Village, stay in your house.
Stay in your
That's all I
house,
gotta
lock your
say.
doors, all of that.
So many women
Listen.
struggle to lose weight with these tiring exercises without results. When this odd blue tonic helped me from 189 to 130.
Listen, baby, you can't tell me nothing. That had me hollering. I was hollering. I watched it more times than I care to even share with you all. And so I wanted to share that video because even though a real incident took place, this is sadly somebody's life. Matter of fact, she lives in an apartment complex, so this is their life. It's nothing to hear 7 rounds of gunshots go off. Look, I originally used to live in Compton by way of Inglewood in LA. I know kind of what that is like. I've experienced that a few times in my lifetime growing up, hearing gunshots and the helicopters and all of that stuff. But I will say this, that the fact that her realness, which I can only imagine it is, her realness to still be articulate, even though she's a little southern or whatever, and a little, a little animated. That's gonna be my new term for certain people. She was just a little animated. She got the story across. She didn't curse. She didn't, it wasn't as bad as it could be or as bad as we have seen it, but it still made my ass holler. And so I wanted to share the video because I hope that it brings a chuckle to you guys. If you had a long day, a hard day, a rough day, just always know someone's day has been rougher. And so on that note, you guys, I just want to share this little WTF funny moment, and you guys let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Hope you're having a great one. Okay, bye.